10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium just outside of Washington, D.C. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Commanders.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Daniels.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw, Williams.
He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Daniels looking to throw.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Daniels.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Washington first down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
To the air goes Daniels. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now Daniels. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Daniels going to try to sneak. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw, it's Williams.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chicago.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams. He's to the 15.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Olamide Zaccheaus, 46 yards.
And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Daniels. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
to try the sneak. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Washington first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
2nd and 11.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here with Williams.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
To the air, Williams.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Washington on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
This one from 48 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Brown goes in motion left.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get down and out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to him on first down. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Punching it in from a yard away. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Commanders 21, Bears 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Williams. That's complete. Romadunze.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
To throw, Williams finds Komet on the quick slam.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Flushed out right. Ooh, the juke. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
For the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Santos.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground and run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to put a drive together.
Play action. Now Williams.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
First down, Bears.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing is Williams. Open man is Connect, the tight end.
They'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Flush to his right. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down, Chicago.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Wow, and that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams.
They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bears first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
18 yards for DeAndre Swift. And the Bears have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Bears will
try to run with Swift.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throwing now is Daniels.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Daniels.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, a 10-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Gay is on for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. And this is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Williams.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, Bears.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
18 on the play. First down, Chicago.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Running is Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Bears.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
First down, and they go to Swift again.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Caleb Williams.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the point after try for Santos. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run.
And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To the air goes Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
12 yards is the pickup, but it's good for a Washington first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Daniels. And yet again, it's McLaurin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Here's Daniels. Towards the end zone for Brown. And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Williams.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just about on his own goal line.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Daniels looking to throw. Quick slant to Brown.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Deebo Samuel,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score.
5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. Pass complete to Moore.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Here's Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Burden.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Roma Dunze.
32 yards.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Santos now to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
35-35.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Oh, good move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Gay is on for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So now the Bears down by 7, a little under 30 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw.
He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Oh, the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here comes 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st down, Chicago.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.